hello, welcome back to my channel. Again, before we start, let me turn on another candle. This one is the Whatttupv and it smells really good, like pine cones. So if you're in my channel, you should also know that I love candles, so you may find any candle every time I film a video. But anyways, welcome and welcome back. Today what I'm going to do is a plan with me video. Let's see how this turned out. This thing that I have my phone in kind of moves a lot and there is not a good lighting today. It's really dark outside, but I'm gonna try my best. So I actually have two in here. They are the Hobonichi wicks and the Hobonichi wicks mega, and I have for personal and one that is for work. So I usually kind of do that. This in here is all my kind of like fountain pens that I have, so I'm gonna be using mainly this one I think for today. And I have in here a lot of stickers, so let's see how this turn out, and if this work I can do more. So let's start with this one. This one is mainly my personal one, so let's move the work in here. So the personal one, actually, when I set up like the weekly layout, is actually not so hard. I have this for my personal. I love this design. I just put it in this little cover that I bought on Etsy. But what I do in here is that I go in the weekly. Okay, this is this week, so I'm just gonna move it to here. So this is for next week. I'm gonna set up the next week one, and let me just grab something real quick and come back. Okay, so I'm back. I actually bought this on Amazon because this can help a little bit to put it in here to stop the page. So at first this kind of lays flat, so it's okay. So what I do every week when I'm setting this up is I look back in here and I make a line in here and a line in the middle. So let's do this week. I just want to make it with the black one at first, the big line, and then I'm gonna use another fountain pen that is like the brown one. So I just go in there and a line in here and I make a line in here. Then after that I move to this other side, the note sides. I also make a line in here mainly to take notes on here that is kind of like the weather, and in here what I'm eating for the night or afternoon. So let's make that line again. They have a line in here, but I made it like one after that line. So we have in here and we're gonna make the line. So after that, I also take some notes in here. I kind of like track some stuff that is here. So I'm actually gonna grab one color for my pen to kind of like make it colorful and pretty. So for this week, I'm sorry if you hear the candle that is kind of making a weird noise, but for this week I'm using these two colors. I'm using the Tombow in 992. It's kind of like deleted already. And I'm also this one, the Tombow N60. And I like this color. So what I do in here is that I highlight in here and then I write the days of the week. So again, with this pen, I go ahead and write Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And then I write in here the things that I'm tracking. So I drink some medicine, so I track the shield pill in the morning, the shield pill in the afternoon. I also track happy pill. I'm sorry, this is moving too much. Happy pill in the morning. I also track a pill that is called BL. I take it in the morning. I take my vitamins in the morning as well. And my handwriting is not so pretty in there. Then I also track the workout. I also track no stationery and no Amazon, because these ones are the ones that are worst for me, that I spend the most money. Then after I write these ones down, what I do is, again, I use my board and I go ahead and make two lines in here to separate it. So I come in here, one, then I make the other one in here really small. And then what I do is that I track the sleep tracker in here. So what I do again is all the like hours, but at first I write a sleep tracker. So let's go ahead with this color one more time, and let's just write a sleep tracker in there. I'm still learning how to write, so it's not the best, so bear with me. But then in here, what I write is the hours until 12, and then in here, just the days of the week. So I go ahead and put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then in here, okay, so this is my sleep tracker in there. Then again, I make 2 lines one more time, and this one is mainly, it depends on the week what I'm going to track. So for this week, I'm just gonna leave it blank in there, and then I may kind of like choose what I'm going to track. Sometimes I track the cleaning, but I'm gonna be away most of the week. Some other times I just put the sticky notes with important things, so that's how it goes in there. So let's switch this pen with other fountain pens. So give me 1 second. So what I usually do, I use this to track some of them, but today I want to use this beautiful fountain pen that I bought, and inside it has kind of like a brownish color of ink. So this is it. It's for this year, so it has a bunny in here when you open it up. It also has a beautiful bunny. I don't know if you can see it in here, but I'm gonna use this one. And what I'm gonna use this one for is just mainly to separate it in here. So before I do the brown one, I'm just gonna do the black one really quick. Oh, this is more like a green one, so I'm just gonna separate the days in here. What I like about this fountain pen is that it dries really quick into the Hobonichi, so the ink is really good at drying. So even if I write over really quick, it's not gonna like smear or make it like really ugly. So I'm gonna make the line to divide it, and then like that. So next week, I'm usually gonna be away, as I mentioned, so I don't have a lot of like gym time. I may be coming the last days of the gym, so I'm not gonna really set up this one divided in 2, but this one I wanna divide it in 2. So I'm gonna use the brown one in there. Just go all along these lines. And separate it in 2. So in here, as I mentioned, I wanted to separate this as well. So go in the dots and just separate it. This side, I usually use it for the steps of the week. As I mentioned in here, I use the weather and the meal prep. And in here, I just write any important things that I need to remember and any task that I have for that week. So to fill it out in here a little bit, I like to fill it out with the black one as well. So for this specific week, actually, I'm gonna be traveling the first days of the week. So this week in here. So I'm just gonna make a line and just gonna have some arrows in there. So I'm also gonna like make it a little bit more pretty. So I like to put the stickers. So let me just go back and look at my sticker set. So I have these ones in here that is about traveling, and I used already some of them. So this one I'm gonna be working still, but I just wanna put it in there, some stickers in here. So I may be working, but the day that I'm traveling is mainly this one. So this kind of goes in there with the flow. So I also bought in there some of the some of the little things to put it, the stickers, but today I'm not gonna use it that much. So I have that. Also, like some of the things that I have to do in here, I have this set of the Coffee Monster Co. I may show you this later on in the next video because I just got a package from them. So this one in here, I'm gonna post videos every Wednesday. So we put it in there. And then another one for Sunday when I'm posting videos. So give me 1 second. Let's move this a little bit more up in there for Sunday. So that's what we have in there. Apart from that, I bought on Amazon this. That is all the little stickers that I use in here for the weather. I usually fill this out on Sundays, but this video is coming out on Sunday, so I'm filling it out before Sunday. So I'm not gonna do this in here. But as I mentioned, I have in here like a to-do that I wanted to put in here. And this is for this specific week. So I have a to-do in there. Then apart from these stickers, I usually use these other stickers that are about like payday, like bill due or budget. So I actually usually get paid every week, and I usually use the other ones that are like a better handwriting, but for this week I want to use this one. So I usually get paid between Thursday and Friday every week, and also I do budget every Friday. So I wanted to put the budget in here and have it in there. So apart from this, I like to read a little bit because the Hobonichi weeks in here has some phrases. So for this one, it say, we were out for a drive when my wife suddenly said, you know, that thing we ate at the place once, it sure was delicious. With the conversation complexity, leave it at max. I stayed concentrated on the road. This one, I'm not really interested on that one. But I have so many kind of like washi tapes. Actually, this one that I have is not like extremely beautiful as the other ones that I have in my other desk. But I'm going to start using this one and just cover the bottom part. So give me 1 second. So I'm just gonna cover the bottom part. And what I do is that I align it in there. Just go and align it all the way to the end. And in here, when I get to the end, I use this board, go back in here. What I love about washi tape is that they come off really easily. So it's in there. And in here, just gonna use this and go in the other section. So as you can see, it's covered up a little bit of that area, and it goes with the flow of this wig that is kind of like brown and things like that. Apart from this, I kind of like, I don't know if I'm gonna fill out this space as much, so I want to find like a cute sticker to use in there. I have many stickers in these kind of small ones that I can choose from. So let's see if there is any that I kind of like in here. This one is kind of cute. So I kind of want to find, oh, I like this one. Kind of want to find one that is about like the beach or something like that. This one is really cute. So I may use this one. This one is really cute. So I'm just gonna put a random sticker in here. Like this. So come out like this. And yeah. After this, I usually don't do much in there. I kind of like to highlight some of the things with colors or things like that. So what I'm going to do is, I mentioned I wanted to use this color as well. So I'm just going to go ahead and highlight in here the day. I don't know if the camera you can see it really clearly, but it's kind of like a blue purple kind of color. So I highlighted in there. So this is kind of the setup that I have for next week. It's really simple. As I mentioned, in here I just have like important things in here, things that I have to do. I put to go. So, oh no, I don't need the to go. I needed to do. Give me 1 second. So I actually put to go, but it's to do. So let's try to make it up for my mistake. And let me change this really, really quick. So what I'm going to do is that I'm actually just gonna put to do in here. And I'm just gonna use my fountain pen and I'm gonna put it in here like that. So in here, this one is just a trip. So I'm just gonna put so that looks a little bit better. So yeah, this is the Hobonichi weeks that I have mainly for my personal thing, my personal life. I don't do a lot of to-do lists in here. For that one, I use my traveler's notebook, passport size. But apart from using the personal, as I mentioned, I use the one from work. So I'm also gonna show you a little bit of how I set up my work weekly layout. And then kind of like I cannot show you a lot of the other pages, but you can get a glance of what I do with my Hobonichi. I can explain a little bit how I use it because a lot of information is kind of private and I cannot talk about it. But yeah, in here you can get a glance. So now let's move into the other one. For the other one, I may use this one. I didn't use it for this one, but the other one that I have is actually this one. And this is for my work. So let's set up this one next, okay? Okay, so now let's go into the one for my work. So I actually am using this one that is the camel, kind of like cover by Asian Vintage that I'm using it, and I bought it from Etsy. And in this one, I have my Hobonichi weeks mega, and actually I had divided in monthly and weekly and then daily. So for the monthly, I'm not gonna show you because it's really kind of like confidential information, but in here I just write the projects I'm working on. And then in the weekly, let me just try to put it in here so you cannot see the other one. So for the weekly in here, I just use mainly the days in here, and in here I separated and put the work hours, and then in here I just put the schedule of the week. So it's kind of easy to do. So again, this one I actually want to do it with this. So for this one, let me try to get again the board to use it. So I use that same board that I used before. So for this one, again, I use one of these writing boards to do it. So in here, I separate it really easily. So what I do is that I divide this from Monday to Friday only and separate it in here with a line. So I do this in here. So in this area, I use it for a distraction, and in this one, I use it for weekly. Then in this other side, I divide it in two. And then down here, since I don't work Saturdays and Sundays, what I do is that I actually put in here the work hours. So what I do is that I divide this in here in three. There you go, make a line in there. So I write Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So after I write that, I divide this in three parts again. So I do this, then divide it. It doesn't really matter to me how much space I leave, but I divide it in here. And then let's see, like around here. And what do I do in here? What I work in here, I put work, lunch, and work. And it's weird to write down and standing up in here, but mainly this is how I divide it. So in the top in here, as I mentioned, I have distraction and I have the weekly. Then later on, I will write that down. But in here, what I do is that I actually put this all the way down here, and I made a schedule in here. So I started to take two different areas in here two different of these squares and go down all the way and divide it in there. And then after that, I take in here 8 different ones, 4 and 4. So I take 8 and then I come back and take 8 again, take 8 again, and take 8 again. So what I do is I make lines in there. So actually for me, for work, every day is kind of like a different schedule. Same with every week is a different kind of a schedule. And so I just put it like from 8 a.m. until like 7:30. Sometimes like today, I finish work like around 10 p.m. But it's because I work like late to do like some projects. On other days I finish really early. Some days I start like at 7 a.m. Some days I start at 12 p.m. So it kind of varies per week. So I just write it down in here and left this space. Actually, like the more that I use it, is less space in here, but I just write it in there like Wednesday, Monday, and so on. So in here, what I do is that as I mentioned, I start at 8 a.m. So I put 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So I just do like that. I write the hours, and then in here is when the fun part begins. Because let's change to this other one. In here, I'm gonna use this one again. So I just highlight in here. And in there, I write the day of the week. Sometimes when I start at 7 a.m., what I do is that I just like write in here and put like it started at 7 a.m. or something like that. So we have Monday. And then moving to Tuesday. I'm sorry that this keep moving, but I just do it like that. Then what I usually do in here again is that I write in here weekly. So let's do this first. Weekly to do, and then in here distraction. So this weekly to do is mainly a list. So I usually just write the project I'm working on, underline it, and all the steps that I need to do. And I'm not gonna show you how it looks in the back part, but that's what I do. Then I just highlight in here. And then usually I just use any of these highlighters and use different colors. What I do is that I use one color for the important meetings that I really need to go to. The other ones that are like meetings that are only for my team. And then the other one is the other kind of meetings that I got invited to, that is not extremely important, but is still in there. And then for lunchtime, I just write lunch. So I put that in here. So in here, I don't use this. So give me 1 second. So for this part in here, I usually don't use it. So what I do is that I just put this in there. And because as I mentioned, I don't usually work on Saturdays and Sundays. So I just put this in there and kind of make it like that. For this specific week, as I mentioned, I'm gonna be traveling. I show you in the other notebooks. So I'm just gonna put a sticker on the days that I'm actually not gonna be working a lot. And I like to use these kind of stickers. I have like so many in here. So I'm just gonna put like some of these. And I like to use these ones. This one kind of cute. Let's see which one to use. Gonna like this one. I'm gonna use this one. So this is Wednesday. So for Wednesday, I'm not gonna be working that much. So I'm gonna leave a little bit of, gonna like that, to write something in there. And again, I'm just gonna use this board because this is a washi tape. And I'm just gonna rip it off. And there it is for Wednesday. Then for here, I still want to put something because it looks kind of like then for here, I just want to put something. I have this beautiful washi that if you saw my AliExpress kind of haul, you saw that I got this on AliExpress and I totally love it. It's so pretty and the quality is really amazing. So in this one, it's the same phrase as the other one, so I'm not even gonna read it. I'm just gonna cover it up in here. Oh, just gonna cover it up in there, and then I'm just gonna use this. So yeah, so I have this in here. So this is mainly what I do, as I mentioned, for my work. I'm not gonna put my work schedule or anything in here. So as I mentioned, it's really private, so I cannot show you a lot of that. But this is my weekly. I use the dailies too, and I just write the date and just all the things that I need to do. But this is what I prepare for every week. So this one is the weekly for my work, and then as we finished before, we got the weekly for my personal journal. So let me just open it. And this is the weekly for my personal journal and my weekly for work. So let me know if you like this kind of like plan with me videos. It's kind of hard because usually I sit on the weekend and do this really slow, and you know, I get a little bit messy with stickers and stuff like that. So I never done a plan with me video, and I know that my tripod moves a lot. But yeah, so this is how I prepare every week in my Hobonichi weeks for the upcoming week. And then I fill it out throughout the week every single day. So thank you for watching this video. I hope you like it. If you like these kind of videos, just give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram and comment in this video if you like that. But that's it. That's all for this video. Thank you so much and see you in the next video. Bye-bye.